Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using the new Anastasia Sultry palette. I didn't think that I would love this palette as much as I do now because it is such a neutral palette, but I freaking love it. I think it is so awesome that there is finally a stunning, more neutral to cool tone palette on the market, just because we have been flooded with warm tone palettes lately, and I'm glad we have something a little bit different to change things up. But this is the look that I ended up creating, so if you want to see how to get this eye look, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so quick disclaimer before I start. My camera was acting up throughout this video, so some of the clips are short. I apologize. Hopefully you can still follow. I'm going to start by taking the color Fresh and just setting my eyelid, then taking the shade Twig with I believe this is a Sigma E40 blending brush, and I am just using some windshield wiper motions, some circular motions, just blending that all through the crease, making sure it's super diffused and blown out. Then going in with a little bit of Fresh on that same brush just to help diffuse that top line of the crease, just so that way it blends into the brow bone. And then taking Twig again and just building that color until it's as pigmented as I'd like it. Then dipping into Slate. This is a MAC 217, and I'm working this in the lower part of the crease, just making sure to, again, blend and smoke out and diffuse that line, because I don't want any harsh lines besides like the liner. And I am going on that outer corner and kind of winging it out slightly, because I will be doing that with some black eyeshadow later on. And then I just take that Sigma brush and help diffuse the line again. Now taking just a flat liner brush, I am creating a black wing using the shade Noir in the palette. And I want this to be more of like a smoky, diffused wing. And so I'm taking the shade Slate and kind of layering it over that edge to kind of blend it in to where it's not so harsh. Now I'm taking the shade Cyborg. This is a Real Techniques brush. I'm not sure what it is, but it's just like mimics like a finger, so it packs on that color really well. And I'm placing Cyborg everywhere. Like I'm just putting it all over the lid, all over the wing, because I wanted to give it more of that messy, kind of undone, grungy look. And I do take a pencil brush here with Twig and put on my lower lash line. I don't know why I did this, because my plan was to go in with Bloom, and I still do because I wanted it to be kind of red under there. So I just took a really, really dense brush to pack on Bloom, so that way it overpowered that brown and didn't become dull or muddy. Now I'm taking Noir and just connecting that lower lash line to that wing and lining about 3/4 of the way in and kind of smoking it out to blend in with Bloom. Now taking the shade Pearl, I'm going to apply this on my inner corner and on my brow bone because the inner corner seemed just a little bit dark, so I wanted to brighten it up a little bit. Now I'm taking MAC's Extend-A-Play Giga Black Lash and applying a heavy coat to my top and bottom lashes because I didn't plan on wearing falsies. For liner, I'm taking MAC's Chromographic Pencil in Basic Red and putting that in my lower waterline. For the face, I'm going to start by taking the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is my all-time favorite foundation. Nothing tops this to me. It's so good. Then also taking NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I already did my under eye, so I'm just going to apply this onto blemishes and down the center of the face just to kind of highlight it a little bit. To set that in place, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, and I'm just applying this to like the mobile areas of my face and down the center where I put concealer, just because I am on the dry side. For bronzer, I'm taking Golden Sand by No. 7. I'm not sure if they make this anymore, but it's one of my favorite bronzers. No. 7 makes incredible bronzers, so I highly recommend if you can get your hands on them. And then for blush, I'm taking Baby Don't Go by MAC. I don't think they make this anymore, which is sad, but it's just a nice, like, it almost looks like bronzer, but it has a little bit of pink in it. And then taking this Flesh highlighter in the shade Boost and applying this on my cheekbones, forehead, down the center of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. And just taking my sponge with no extra product and just kind of pouncing underneath that contour line so that way it's not super muddy. Then I spray some Fix Plus because I can't live without it. And then for lips, I am lining my lips with ColourPop's Frenchie Lippy Pencil. And I don't film it, but I did put a clear gloss on top. And that completes the look. Okay guys, so that is it for this tutorial. It is definitely a palette I see myself using on the daily. so in love with the way that it blends, with the pigmentation, with the color story. It's just a really good neutral palette to have, especially if a lot of your collection consists of warm tone palettes, because I know mine does, just because that's what's always on the market. A lot of people prefer warm over cool, but I am glad that this palette does exist. So with that being said, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.